Mushroom!
Want one?
No, though, dude, those will kill me.
Oh, and you're gonna hate today's movie.
On a dark night in Tokyo, a university professor, Kenji, recounts his tale. It all started when a group of friends went sailing. Our seafaring party are Kenji, Akiko, his student, Naoyuki, the skipper, Senzo, his shipmate, Kasai, a celebrity, Mami, a singer, and Etsuro, a writer.
There's no way I'm gonna remember all these names. Let's call them
Skipper, Gilligan, Ginger, the Professor, Marianne, the millionaire, and his wife.
Wait, that last one wasn't even a woman.
Don't care.
The pleasure cruise goes awry that night when the yacht gets caught in a storm, resulting in the vessel being damaged and left to drift aimlessly.
Okay, now you're renaming these characters makes a lot more sense.
Listening to the radio, they learn that the search party is looking for them. However, the battery runs out. And his wife spots a ship in the fog and tries to call out to it, only to be awoken by the others. With the group stuck together for so long, they begin to grow hostile towards each other.
Yeah, I can see that happening. You stick around somebody long enough to just start to get sick of them. Jerk.
Gilligan spots land and they head towards it, making it ashore at long last. Searching the island, they manage to find a source of fresh water. As they continue to explore, they spot a ship in even worse condition than theirs and make their way to it.
Ooh, a mystery ship. I wonder what they're gonna find. Gold? Jewels? Bananas? The possibilities are endless.
Exploring the fungus-covered ship, they find evidence that it was a research ship, including mutated animals. The group notices that certain areas are free of the fungus and decide to use cleaning alcohol to clean the ship. They find a sample of a mushroom labeled Matango. The women discover all the mirrors in the ship were removed and come up to a room covered with more fungus than elsewhere on the ship. The professor enters what turns out to be the captain's quarters in search of the ship's logbook. Gilligan and his wife find canned food.
After cleaning the ship, the party go over what they learned in the logbook, which isn't much. The group discuss searching for food on the island, and the skipper warns against eating the mushrooms on the island just to be on the safe side. They also make plans to bring the damaged yacht over to the research vessel for repairs. And his wife thinks that there's no chance they'll be rescued and argues with the skipper. The professor suggests that those who don't work on repairing the yacht help search for food or build fires on the mountains in the event the ship does pass by the island.
While tending to one of the signal fires, and his wife recalls a time he was with his friends before the cruise. While hunting with the millionaire, the professor finds smashed mirrors in the jungle. As they row the yacht over to the research ship, the skipper and Gilligan find remains of more destroyed ships in the water around the island. Ginger and Marianne spot a mysterious figure in the jungle, but the gist turns out to be and his wife. Elsewhere on the island, near a plot of Matango, the millionaire and the professor spot another mysterious figure. After returning to the ship, Gilligan tries to steal some food, but he finds that there's a padlock.
Just give him some food.
Dude, do you not know how rationing works?
One night, Gilligan sneaks out of bed. Marianne spots someone looking through one of the windows, and when the door opens, there's Gilligan, who hears something and returns to his bed. Ginger ties a rope to the door to prevent anyone else from entering the women's bedroom when the flashlight goes out. Hearing a door close, the professor and the skipper get out of bed to investigate, finding Ginger and Marianne roaming the corridors.
The millionaire has snuck off to steal food from the pantry, but comes face to face with something. Fleeing, he meets the others, and they all retreat to the men's quarters and waking the other men. The intruder enters, a man whose face is covered in strange growths. The intruder vanishes mysteriously.
was wrong with that guy's face?
Gah, rude? What's wrong with your face? Doesn't feel so good, doesn't it?
The next morning at breakfast, Gilligan accuses everyone of seeing ghosts, and his wife grabs the rifle and aims it at Gilligan, but the professor and the skipper break up the fight. Gilligan implies that Ginger and his wife spend time with each other in the jungle. The professor shows Gilligan the footprints on the beach. Gilligan then tears into everyone, telling them to work if they want to eat and to search for food even if it's raining.
What a jerk.
But he does have a point.
Ginger and Marianne slowly lose grip as they work while the professor finds yams. Gilligan finds turtle eggs buried in the sand on the beach and squirrels them away for later. And his wife confronts the millionaire about trying to steal food, then grabs the gun to search for the ghost out in the jungle. He finds a patch of Matango.
After returning to the ship, the skipper takes the keys to the pantry from the millionaire, since the rest of the group can't trust him anymore, and tells them that from now on he'll sleep with the rest of the group. The millionaire reveals that he helped the skipper get through college, but the skipper snaps back that the rich guy only ever treated him like a dog. The professor and Gilligan return to the ship with yams and some of the turtle eggs. And his wife returns to the ship as well, claiming not to be hungry, and the professor suspects he ate some Matango.
Gilligan tries to sell the millionaire some turtle eggs that he's kept hidden, slowly draining the rich man from his, frankly, worthless money. And his wife and Ginger make out, and Gilligan catches them getting into a fight with the writer. Hearing the fight, the others arrive and pull and his wife off of Gilligan and chastise Gilligan for getting jealous of the couple. The writer grabs the rifle and threatens to shoot the others, revealing that he did consume Matango.
This man is losing his damn mind.
That much is obvious.
The professor and the skipper manage to take down and his wife and disarm him. They take him to the captain's quarters and lock him in.
The millionaire talks with the skipper as he repairs the yacht, trying to convince him to join him in leaving the island without the others, but the skipper tells him off. After the professor and Marianne return to the ship, they find the millionaire bound and gagged in the pantry. He tells the professor that the skipper stole the food and left. Gilligan even finds his cache of turtle eggs plundered.
With the yacht now gone and his wife and Ginger confronting the others, taking Marianne. And his wife murders Gilligan as he returns to the ship.
Gilligan's Island is a lot darker than I remember it being.
This gives the professor and the millionaire a chance to subdue and disarm the writer and banish him and Ginger from the ship.
After about a week of rain, the professor suspects they won't be able to keep living on the ship, and the millionaire starts to give up hope and begs for death. After the professor and Marianne leave to search for food, Ginger returns and lures the millionaire.
Together the two enter the jungle of the laughing mushrooms.
Wait, laughing? As in, ha 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 ha? That's creepy.
There Ginger convinces the millionaire to eat the mushrooms and he gorges himself. She reveals that those who eat the mushrooms turn into mushrooms themselves, as evidence as the growths forming on and his wife's face and hands. The millionaire flees as the Matango begin to stand and the laughter intensifies.
The professor returns to the once again fungus-encrusted ship, finding the millionaire missing. From shore, the professor and Marianne spot the yacht return, and the professor swims out to it. There he finds a message scrawled by the now dead the skipper, who had hoped that someone would find the message and rescue the castaways.
The professor rejoins Marianne on the research ship and tells her of the skipper's fate. Despairing, Marianne contemplates eating mushrooms, but the professor informs her that the others are half mushroom now. After slapping her, hoping to bring her to her senses, the professor confesses that he loves her. The two then hear banging on the door and see a mushroom-covered hand reach into the room. The professor kills one of the invaders with the rifle, but the Matango begins to smash windows and break down the doors, trying to get to them.
It's like a reverse zombie movie. Instead of eating people, they want to be eaten.
The professor goes up on deck and is attacked by a Matango. Marianne is captured by the mushroom people and kidnapped. After stopping his attacker, the professor searches for Marianne in the jungle. He's soon surrounded by the Matango and learns that Marianne has eaten some of the mushrooms. Ginger watches as the professor struggles against the Matango that surround him, as their laughter intensifies to a deafening roar.
And they all lived happily ever after.
He managed to get away and make his way out to the yacht and sail away on it. With his story over, we learn that the professor has been telling his tale to doctors on the other side of prison bars, and that he too has eaten Matango.
Matango is an eerie movie.
The atmosphere is tense, and the characters are just as much of a threat to each other as the mushroom people are to them.
Sure, it may not be a giant monster movie, but the special effects in this film are well done.
And the film is loosely based on a William H. Hodgkin short story, The Voice in the Night.
If you're looking for something obscure to watch this Halloween, give this movie a watch.
So, has this changed your mind about mushrooms?
Well, since I'm already down this rabbit hole.
You look like someone that has Mushroom Man in his deck.